And in Pakistan, police have arrested at least 1,500 people as part of a crackdown on anti-government protesters. Police also set up roadblocks and fired tear gas to scatter hundreds of opposition supporters trying to reach the capital, Islamabad. On Monday, the High Court overturned a ban on a mass rally organized by the opposition leader and former cricketer Imran Khan. Well, protests began in May when around 11 million confidential documents were leaked from the Panama-based law firm Mossack Fonseca. The files detailed offshore investments made by international leaders to avoid paying tax. Among them is Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. The leak revealed that 3 of Sharif's children owned offshore companies and assets that do not appear on his family's wealth statement. The Supreme Court has heard several petitions which call for the removal of Sharif as prime minister. Now, Sharif, who's been accused of corruption before, has denied any wrongdoing. Well, for the latest on these protests, let's go to Kamran Yousaf, who's following the story in Islamabad, and he joins us now. Kamran, thanks for coming on. Now, the High Court has dismissed the government's challenge. How many people are expecting at this protest, and what's the latest with the Supreme Court's proceedings against Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif?
Well, of course, that a lot is happening here in the capital, Islamabad, but for the time being, all eyes are focused on the country's Supreme Court, which has just begun hearing constitutional petitions filed by opposition leader Imran Khan seeking disqualification of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif over corruption allegations. As you pointed out, that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has been under pressure since April, when leaked Panama Papers suggested that his daughter and 2 sons owned offshore companies. And Imran Khan believes that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif actually have not disclosed these offshore details, and that is why he should stand disqualified. But despite the hype that is around the Supreme Court proceeding, legal experts believe that we should not expect any dramatic announcement, because these are just preliminary hearings. And at the outset of the hearing, the country's Chief Justice also said that there shouldn't be any panic, and he actually asked the political leaders and the local media that they should act responsibly, because this is an important case, and this shows that this legal battle may take some time, as the Chief Justice said, that they will give chance to all the parties, including Imran Khan and the Prime Minister and the government, to present their case. There were earlier reports that Imran Khan might also go to the Supreme Court and present his case, but then later he changed his plan, and his party leader said that he did so because he feared that he might be arrested ahead of his planned march on November 2, that is tomorrow, to persuade Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif to step down.
Okay, Kamran, but these Panama Papers appear to show that the Prime Minister's family owning offshore holding companies, but offshore companies are not illegal in Pakistan. So what is the basis of Khan's argument here?
Exactly. That is why this case is very complicated. And this is precisely the government or Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's family is insisting that though that they have offshore companies, but they have not done any illegality. But Imran Khan's point of view was that how a Sharif family or Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif himself managed to have all these offshore assets. The main contention is that Imran Khan believes that Sharif family actually laundered the money from Pakistan, and he said that this is actually the money of the people of Pakistan. And this is precisely his point, that being the Prime Minister of the country, morally and politically, he should not have offshore companies either by himself or his family members, and that is precisely his case. But you are right that this is a very complicated case, and it is not easy, and actually a major challenge for Imran Khan now to have strong arguments before the Supreme Court, and then the Supreme Court can take action. But of course that Imran Khan is actually trying to take political mileage, because this is a big issue right now in Pakistan, as we have seen. And actually he is building the case ahead of his planned march on November 2. Overnight, there have been police clashes between his protesters and the police at the outskirts of the capital, Islamabad. when the provincial chief minister, who is also leader of Pakistan, Tehreek-e-Insaf, was leading the march towards Islamabad along with hundreds of supporters. But they were stopped at the outskirts of the capital, Islamabad, because police have placed shipping containers and other roadblocks to disallow the protesters from entering the capital. But in the last few minutes, we have seen that Imran Khan spoke to the media, and he said that he will ensure that he will go to Islamabad and lock down it, and to ensure that Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif should resign.
Okay, Kamran Yousaf reporting live for us from Islamabad. Thank you very much.